Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna everyone. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna everyone. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Can you hear me? Yes, thumbs up. Okay. Sorry, there was some echo. Okay, now I can hear everyone. So, Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Thank you everyone for joining today's 5th day of the Purushottam challenge. I hope everyone's doing well. Can I get one word? How's it going? Are you able to log into the website every day? I know there were some issues that we resolved it. So have you been going on the website every day and doing the challenge, listening to the class and the reading? It'd be nice to hear something. I'm really happy that every day for Japa we have like 100 of you joining, so it's really nice. Okay, I'm seeing in the comments that yes, you're using it and it's working well for you, so I'm really happy to hear that. Okay, great. So, as you know, we have these different sanghas for different groups. Like 2 days ago, we had for the kids. So today, it's mostly because I know we have so many different participants and we have lots of newcomers as well. So we wanted to welcome you to the Purushottam Month Challenge. So last time for the class that I taught a few days ago, we talked about what is pure devotional service and what are the characteristics of pure bhakti. Remember the 6 effects. What else did we? Maybe you could just write in the box or you can put up your hand what you remember that we talked about last time. The class that I gave. I know we've been having so many different classes. Yes, okay, the 64 items of bhakti. And what is the highest form of bhakti? The definition. Okay, yeah, the determination for bhakti, how we should be like the sparrow. Yes, perfect. Okay, Shravanam is one. And yeah, we learned about Guru Parampara yesterday from Shri Atu Krishna Prabhu. And the 6 qualities of bhakti. Does anyone remember? You can also write, and then everybody can help. The 6 qualities of bhakti. Let's see. Yes, it destroys suffering. It completely destroys suffering. It's all auspicious. Shubhadha. It's the highest bliss, disregard for liberation. Okay, we said 4. Oh, Shweta said 5. It's rarely achieved and it attracts Krishna. Perfect. And then what are the 3 stages of bhakti? We went from sadhana bhakti and then it blossoms into into bhava bhakti, and then from bhava bhakti to prema bhakti. Perfect. And we learned about the 64 items of bhakti, just how we have, our bhakti lata seed. And these 64 items, they're things that water it and help it grow. So those are the do's. And then there's some things that are called nivriti, are the don'ts. So we shouldn't do these things because it doesn't help our bhakti lata grow. So maybe you could say, just if you remember any of the 64, you could write absolutely any of them. I can give you some. Pratish, you have your notes. I'm so happy to see that. Okay, if you remember, okay, yes, taking shelter from a spiritual master initiation, and those are that's the 3 most important. Putting tilak in the body, yes, chanting. Chanting means chanting japa, chanting kirtan, dancing in front of the deities. Yes, reading, hearing, worshiping the scriptures. Then arti, observing arti, singing bhajans, deity worship. Tulsi worship, yes, offering respect to Tulsi and also worshiping her. Sadhu, association of devotees, visiting holy places, visiting the temples, offering obeisances, tasting Mahaprasad. Wow, this is really, I'm so happy to see all of this. Yeah, it really makes me happy because I thought when I was planning this, like, oh, this is just a lot to put in one class, but I'm really happy to see all of this. Yeah, living in a holy place. Okay, fasting on Ekadashi. So then, what are the 5 most powerful items of bhakti? So out of the 64, there are 5 that are the most powerful that even just practicing one sincerely, you can achieve very quickly bhava bhakti. And bhava bhakti is actually very rare to attain. Remember how we learned? But by practicing one of these most powerful ones sincerely without offenses, very quickly we can move to bhava bhakti. Okay, yes, chanting, devotee association, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, perfect. Deity worship and living in the Dham. Okay, great. Okay, so today, for the next few classes, we're going to dive deep into each of these 5 most powerful items of bhakti. So today we're gonna dive into the most important one. Well, they're all so important, but the best process for this age of Kali Yuga, can you guess which one we're going to discuss today? Yes. Yes, chanting the holy name. Okay, so now I'm just gonna share my screen. You can give me a thumbs up once you see it. Okay. Okay, perfect. Yep. Okay, good. Thank you, Gunchan, for many, many thumbs up. Okay, so yes, in these series of classes, we're going to learn about these 5 most powerful items, starting with chanting. So let's start off with reciting the Mangala Charan to invoke the blessings of the Goswamis, without whom we would not get this knowledge. And Srila Rupa Goswami is none other than Rupa Manjari, personally serving Lalita Saki and personally serving Shri Shri Radha Madhava. So actually, this is not ordinary knowledge. We're receiving this knowledge directly from the spiritual world. So we're so fortunate that we have the opportunity to actually read the actual words from Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Jiva Goswami, Srila Prabhupada. So we're just so fortunate. Not everyone gets to get this opportunity to hear. Not everyone gets to hear the holy name. Sometimes, we take advantage, like, oh, yeah, I've been doing this for so many years, but actually, from like billions of people, like 7 billion people in this world, a tiny, tiny fraction are able to hear the Maha Mantra. So, and we're part of that tiny fraction. Okay, so who would like to start? Divyashri, do you want to recite the Mangala Charana? Yes? Okay.
Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yukta Padkamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagar Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagan Lalita Shri Vishakha Vidamscha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master and of all the other preceptors on the path of devotional service. I offer my respectful obeisances unto all the Vaishnavas and unto the 6 Goswamis, including Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Sanatan Goswami, Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, Jiva Goswami, and their associates. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Advaita Acharya Prabhu, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and all his devotees, headed by Srivasa Thakura. I then offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna and Srimati Radharani, and all the gopis headed by Lalita and Vishakha.
Thank you. Pratyush?
Yes, Mataji. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशचारिणे I offer my respectful obeisances unto His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who is very dear to Lord Krishna, having taken shelter at his lotus feet. Our respectful obeisances are unto you, O spiritual master, servant of Saraswati Goswami. You are kindly preaching the message of Lord Chaitanya and delivering the Western countries, which are filled with impressionism and Vaidism. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you. Now, everyone all together. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. We offer our respectful obeisances unto Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Charya Prabhu, Gadadhar Pandit, Srivas Thakur, and all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. And like this, we can start our japa. So I hope everybody has their japa mala. I'll unmute to you all, and we can start. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Rama,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Ram, Ram
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Rama
Rama
Rama Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Rama Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram.
Thank you, everyone. So now we're going to recite the shloka from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. I know it's very, very famous, so maybe many of you already know it. So can I get a volunteer? Okay, Aishani, can you repeat after me, or do you want to just?
I can repeat after you.
Okay. Hare Nama, Hare Nama,
Hare Nama, Hare Nama,
Hare Nameva Kevalam,
Hare Nameva Kevalam,
Kalo Nasteva Nasteva,
Kalo Nastyeva Nastyeva,
Nasteva Gatiranyata.
Nastya Eva Katiratyata.
Thank you. Jeshwitan Gorangi. Hare Nama, Hare Nama,
Hare Nama, Hare Nama,
Hare Nameva Kevalam,
Hare Namaiva Kevalam,
Kalo Nasteva Nasteva,
Kalo Nastyeva Nastyeva,
Nasteva Gatiranyata.
Nastyeva Gatiranyata.
Thank you. And let's have one more person, Hitashi and Harshit.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Nama, Hare Nama,
Hare Nama, Hare Nama,
Hare Nameva Kevalam,
Hare Nameva Kevalam,
Kalo Nasteva Nasteva,
Nasteva Nasteva,
Nasteva Gatiranyata.
Nasterava Gati Anyatha.
Thank you. And Kalindi, can you please read the translation?
In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is the chanting of the holy names of the Lord. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no.
Okay, so thank you. So here you can see that even in the Sanskrit, the words Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam is repeated 3 times, right? And then there's Kalo Nasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva again 3 times. So why is this repeated 3 times? Because it means that when something is repeated 3 times, it means how important it is. Like if I say, okay, okay, let's say, Balaram, please pick up your plate. Then you're like, oh, okay. You know, sometimes your parents say, then you just like sitting down, Balaram, pick up your plate, second time. Then you're like, oh, okay. And then when the third time your mother says, Balaram, pick up your plate, then you know, okay, it's very serious. I need to listen to my mom. So my mother. So this is just like one funny example. So this is what it means how important it is that in this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, so what age are they talking about? Is Shastra talking about? Kali Yuga. Now this age of quarrel and hypocrisy. So in Shrimad Bhagavatam, in the first canto, it's described that this Kali Yuga, we are like the people of Kali Yuga, we are like less intelligent, we live shorter lives, we like to argue and fight, and cheat. So all these, not good qualities compared to all the other yugas like Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga. Kali Yuga is the most degraded. But the only way, the only means of deliverance in this age of Kali is chanting the holy names of the Lord, chanting the holy names of the Lord, chanting the holy names of the Lord. And there's no other way, no other way, no other way. So now we'll just get into it a little bit more deeper. So this is a very beautiful quote that I heard from Srila Indradivna Swami Maharaj, and he says that, Tukaram Thakur says this. So let's have Balaram, can you read?
Yes, Machi. If you are lying down and chanting Krishna, Krishna will come and sit with you. If you are sitting and chanting Krishna, will come and stand next to you. If you are standing and chanting, Krishna will come and dance with you. If you are dancing and chanting, Krishna will come and embrace you.
Haribol. So this is such a beautiful quote. How Krishna, he's dancing on our tongues when we're chanting the holy name. And we're actually calling. He's so attracted when someone is chanting with love that he immediately has to come and be there with that devotee. So what does the Mahamantra mean? So there are different meanings because we're saying, okay, we need to chant every day for the Purushottam challenge. We're saying minimum of 3 rounds of japa. Maybe you're doing even more. So what is it that we're chanting? So what does it actually mean? So Srila Prabhupada explains that the meaning of the Mahamantra is calling out, Oh Hare, Oh Krishna, Oh Ram, because we keep repeating these 3 words, yes, these names. Please engage me in your service. So Hare is Shrimati Radharani. Krishna means the all-attractive Lord, and Ram is the source of all happiness. So here we're calling out from our hearts, so please, Krishna, engage me in your service. And that is the goal of our chanting. And that is, so chanting is the goal and the process. So what does this mean? It means that in the material world, usually it doesn't make sense in a material sense. For example, the goal is, okay, I'm trying to think of a material example, but I think I'll just describe the chanting one. So the goal of chanting is to be engaged in service, right? The goal of bhakti is to love Krishna, to serve Krishna. And how do we love and serve Krishna? Through the process of chanting. So do you understand? Through service. So actually, right now, while we're engaging in bhakti, we're actually doing the highest goal. So it just gets even sweeter and sweeter and deeper because right now, maybe our service is a little bit covered. Our hearts are not so pure. But as we serve more, as we chant more, then we purify our hearts more, and then we will taste even more bliss, even more sweetness in our spiritual lives. So the glories of chanting are unlimited. There's just no ends to the glories and importance of chanting the holy name. So here we'll just see a few of them. So the first one here, it's the greatest treasure Lord Chaitanya has given us. If you want, you can also you can write down some of these points because it will be part of the quiz in the end. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came, he's Srimati Radharani and Krishna combined in one form. And he personally came here to give us the treasure of love for Krishna very freely. So actually, Krishna was thinking, when he was in the spiritual world in Goloka Vrindavan, he was thinking, how can I give the people of Kali Yuga a chance to enter my pastimes in Vrindavan? Because before Lord Chaitanya, the holy name was not accessible to everyone. Actually, Krishna has the most variety of relationships in Goloka Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, the gopis love him as their lover. Then Krishna has little animals, the monkeys, the cows, the flowers, the fruits, the trees. They love Krishna also. Not that only the humans and animals are alive, everything is alive in the spiritual world, even in every earring, the flute, each blade of grass. So they love Krishna as their beloved Lord. Then they're also enchanteras. We'll talk about that maybe in one of the other sanghas. Then there are other devotees like Marumangal, Sridham, Subal, Stoka Krishna, Devaprastha, who love Krishna as their best friend. And then there's Mother Yashoda, Nanda Baba, Devaki, Vasudeva. They love Krishna as their baby, as their adorable child. So all these relationships, all these sweet relationships are existing in Vrindavan, only in Goloka Vrindavan. Because even though the spiritual world comprises of Vaikunta, Ayodhya, Goloka Vrindavan, of course, but only all these relationships we can have with Krishna in Vrindavan. Because in Vaikunta, as Lord Narayan, we cannot be friends with Lord Narayan. We cannot enjoy that friendship love. We cannot be enjoy that, like seeing Lord Narayan as our lover. Some of the Queen Lakshmi Devi does, but if we want to experience all this sweetness, we can love Krishna in any way that we want. That is the most beautiful part of Krishna consciousness. He says, however you love me, I will love you in that same way. So then, if we really want to taste the sweetness, and why does Krishna think that the Brajavasis are the highest, topmost devotees? Is because they do not see Krishna as God. So still in Vaikuntha, there's this concept of Lord Vishnu being as the Supreme Lord. But in Goloka Vrindavan, it's not like that. His friends jump on his back and wrestle with him, right? If in Vaikuntha, Lord Vishnu cannot enjoy this, right? He cannot say, "Oh, come wrestle with me." No one will dare to do that. Everyone's very, very respectful. But in Goloka Vrindavan, Krishna can be teased by, Mother Yashoda will run after him with a stick. The monkeys, will steal some feather from his hair. Then his friends will make him carry them on their backs. So like this. So then Krishna was thinking, how can I give the people of Kali Yuga this opportunity to also love me the same way that the Brajavasis do? How? So he decided that I will open the door, the treasure house of Goloka Vrindavan, and I will invest this love, this Braj Prem, into the Mahamantra. So then, when Lord Chaitanya, he's distributing it to everyone, then we also have that chance. So when we're chanting, we have that chance that we can also love Krishna just like the Brajavasis do by following in their footsteps. So this is the greatest treasure. Now, that was just the first point. There's so many other points that, chanting really protects us from Maya. I know that maybe we can hear in the chat, or if anyone wants to raise their hand, what experiences have you had chanting? How do you feel? Like sometimes when my mind is going, like is very anxious and worried, my mother tells me, Gorangi, you need to stop your mind, turn it off, grab your japa bag, and start chanting. You need to tell your mind to shh. And it does work. Okay, someone says connected to Krishna. Happy, stable, peace, calm. Your heart steadies. Very beautiful. My perspective at looking things changed, very energetic and enthusiastic. Actually, this chanting that we're doing in the early morning at the best time, this Brahma Muhurta time, it's just, it's really makes the whole day so much more nice. Like sometimes when I wake up late and I don't have like my good sadhana in the morning, then I feel disturbed. So actually chanting in the morning, it just sets the mood. Yes, you feel lucky, frees from the material world. So there's so many amazing things. Then it frees us from the sinful reaction and cycle of birth and death. So there's like this continuous cycle of birth and death. We've been in this world for so many unlimited lifetimes, we don't even remember. So by chanting, this is our way that we can get out of it. We can break out of this cycle of birth and death, and we can reunite with Krishna. And then chanting is the way to clean our heart and mind. Cheto darpana marjanam, baba mahadavagni nirvapanam, sheya kairava chandrika vitaranam, vidyavadu jivanam, anandam buddhivardhanam, anandam buddhivardhanam, pratipadam purnamita svadanam, sarvatmastapanam param vijayate, Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. So this is the way that cleans our hearts and cleans our mind. And it's our relationship with Krishna and our ticket back home, back to Godhead. So also here in this point in the corner next to the Bhakti Kids logo, it says, the Lord's name has descended from the spiritual world Goloka Vrindavan, Golokera Premadhan, Harinam Sankirtan. So there's just so many glories, and there's so many books written by our acharyas all about the glories of chanting the holy name. So there are 4 yugas. There's Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga. So in previous yugas, the way to attain self-realization, so the Yuga Dharma, it's called the process of that yuga to reconnect with Krishna, with the Supreme Lord, was different. Like in one yuga, it was through meditating for thousands of years. Because in Satya Yuga, a human lifespan, I think it's like 10,000 or 1,000 years. I don't remember exactly. Maybe like 1,000 years. It was like, meditation, then doing yagyas, doing all these austerities. So that was the way to attain self-realization, the Yuga Dharma. But in Kali Yuga, we're so lucky because even though Kali Yuga is said to be the worst of ages, the worst yuga, but because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came here, we're so fortunate that this Kali Yuga became the most glorious. And this is not the only universe. There are unlimited universes. So in this universe, just 500 years ago, Lord Chaitanya came. So I hope that if you haven't visited Mayapur Dham, I hope that you can come soon. And it just, sometimes 500 years ago was really not that long ago. And then many of you are even born here in India. So in Bhagavatam, it says that those who are born in India have even more responsibility to the whole world. So actually, you're so fortunate. We're also fortunate that we're able to chant this holy name. So then the Yuga Dharma of this age is the chanting of the holy name, of the Maha Mantra. So that's why Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam Eva Kevalam, Kalo Nasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva Gatir Anyata. There's no other way, there's no other way, there's no other way. Like, this is it. And isn't it amazing that it is the best process because it's so easy, it's so blissful, it's so simple. Imagine if we had to, meditate or like for me, I even struggle sometimes to do yoga because I mean, maybe many of you really like yoga, or like pranayam, but like after like, I can't just sit still for longer than, I don't know, like few minutes, I would go crazy. So imagine if we had to like meditate for who knows how many years, or even yogis that say they do all of this, all this like, tough tapasya, this tough austerity. But it's like a spiritual party, festival every day, you know, this Krishna conscious process. It's not just like this because of the Purushottam challenge. Of course, in the Purushottam month, we get even like Krishna gives more mercy. I mean, he always gives mercy, but this month he gives 1,000 times benefit. But actually, every day is like a festival. Like here in Mayapur Dham, like I'm blessed to live here. Every day every day is a festival. Every day there's some service to do, and your home can also be like that. 100%. Every day can be the Purushottam month for us after this. So Lord Chaitanya, if we read the Chaitanya Charitamrita, what did he do? He chanted, he danced with the devotees, and he ate lots of prasadam. Actually, like many different types of prasadam, like mountains and mountains are described. So imagine that we get to do this. We get to have prasadam, we get to chant, we have to dance, we have so many festivals. There's no life in comparison to this life in bhakti. Like I cannot imagine, how it is a life without bhakti. Like you can just imagine like darkness. Like all we do is, okay, now I go to school and then college, and then after that is work, and then I just have a family, and then that's it. You just work and you live to work, and you work to live, and then maybe you get, but I know we're still working. We still have to work in this material world. Of course, we need to survive. Krishna even says we need to work according to our nature, but we can make everything as an offering to Krishna. And really, this change in consciousness, this change in the mind, you'll have a completely different life, even though you're doing the same things. Actually. So it's like you can still be working, you can still be studying, but you will feel completely different. So this is the power of Krishna consciousness. So yeah, out of all the spiritual activities, out of all the 64 items of bhakti, Srila Rupa Goswami, he says chanting japa. He says chanting actually few times. So even though there's 64, actually there's many that are repeated more than twice. So he says, we need to chant japa, we need to chant. And chanting does not only mean chanting japa, of course, this is so important. Chanting also means kirtan. It also means speaking about Krishna, having discussions, reciting shlokas. All of this is in the process of chanting. And within chanting, all the processes of bhakti are inside of it. When we chant, we're hearing, right? We're using our ears. When we're chanting nicely, we should be engaging our mind in remembering. We're praying. Also, when we're doing deity worship is incomplete without the Maha Mantra. So everything is in like festivals have we sing the Maha Mantra. Everything that we do, even when we're putting on tilak, we chant the holy name, Om Keshavaya Namaha, Om Narayana Namaha, like this. So everything includes the holy name. So holy name, when I say holy name, of course, Maha Mantra, but also there's so many, all names of Krishna are the holy names. So yes, and Lord Chaitanya came personally and he distributed it freely without any discrimination. He did not think, oh, I'm only going to give it to scholars or to those who know 100 shlokas. I'm only going to give to older people. No, he gave to everyone. Not even everyone, every human, he was liberating all the animals as well. Through the Jarikanda forest, a little puppy in Navadweep, and he doesn't care. Mataji Prabhu, girl, boy, rich, poor, educated, not educated, just he said everyone. So Mahaprabhu is so merciful. Lord Chaitanya is so merciful that many times we think, oh, to approach Radha and Krishna directly. But actually, in this Kali Yuga, we cannot enter Vrindavan without the mercy of Mahaprabhu. We cannot enter Radha Krishna's pastimes without the mercy of Mahaprabhu. We need the mercy of Mahaprabhu. So he is the one that gave us the easiest process to love Krishna. He is giving us the free tickets back home, back to Godhead. So this is the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he's so merciful because if we just chant the name of Gauranga Nityananda, even with offenses, it says that we're going to perform sadhana, we're going to chant with so many offenses. But Mahaprabhu, he doesn't take any offense. Nityananda Prabhu doesn't take any offense. They'll hug you. Just like Nityananda Prabhu just welcomed Jaga and Madhai, even though they beat him, they made him bleed. Still Nityananda Prabhu said, please just chant the holy name. That's the only thing that I want. So we just need to really surrender ourselves to this process, which is the most important. And Mahaprabhu, he goes running after that person that chants Krishna. He comes running after us. You chanted the name of Krishna, of my Krishna. Here is freely. I'm giving you Prem Bhakti. So chanting is also our quality time with Krishna. So when we chant the holy name, we're directly associating with him because the Mahamantra is non-different from Krishna. So chanting is our personal time with Krishna, and it's our way to develop our relationship with Krishna. So it's like, our time to talk on the phone with Krishna. Those are like our japa mala. So we need to put effort into our japa. Just how, maybe you call your friend, let's go, let's hang out, or anything or your parents maybe say, before going to sleep, 10 minutes or however, like half an hour, we should sit together and talk. So like this, because it's important, they want to spend time with us. So then the same thing we should do with our chanting. So we can set aside time. So now what we're doing is, I hope that after today's Sangha, tomorrow we can have minimum 92 of you joining our session tomorrow at 5:15 a.m. because I can see how much it's been really helpful for my chanting to be like, okay, Krishna, the first thing I'm doing when I wake up, I'm setting aside time for you, and then everything else is going to be, come secondary. So then just by organizing our lives, that chanting is the priority, and then everything else will go around it. So maybe now for Purushottam month, you're able to do this 5:15 to 6 a.m., but you can also see according to your schedule what time you go to school or college or work, how you can, chant in the way that will be the best suiting for you, the best time for you to focus. But of course, early morning is, your mind is more peaceful, less distractions, and we're more in Sattva Guna. So it's the best time to chant there. And here on the top, you can see a heart. And if you look very closely, you can see the Mahamantra in little bubbles. So the holy name is like a powerful scrubber. So, when you have a pot that got burnt, you just made rice and it got burned and it's black. So you need a really powerful scrubber. The green one, I'm just talking in India, the soft green one, sometimes that doesn't work. You need that metal one to really, really scrub hard. So this is the same thing with our hearts have been covered with so many anarthas, so many dirty things, because we've been in this material world for so long, for so many lifetimes that we can't even remember how many lifetimes. So it got covered with all these different anarthas, like, lust, anger, greed, envy, all these things are covering it. So right now, you could say that our heart is like a mirror, but it's really, really dusty. Sometimes you have a mirror, you leave it out, completely dusty. Can you see your reflection? Nope. So you have to wipe it off, and then you can slowly start to see, oh, my face. So the same thing is with the Maha Mantra, that our hearts are just so, so dirty with so many dirty things. And because inside our heart, I mean, we have, Paramatma, and also inside our heart, we already have this love for Krishna. It's not like, oh, now I'm going to create bhakti. No, we cannot produce bhakti. It's already there, but it's just asleep. So the way to make this bhakti wake up, Kamal, is by chanting. So then slowly, slowly, as we're clearing our hearts, as we're purifying it, Cheto Darpana Marjanam, then you start seeing your face. So we all have our eternal relationship with Krishna. We all have a very unique way. There's a very special way that Kalindi, Damal Sham, you're serving Krishna that no one else in the universe can serve him like that. So, well, we don't know. I mean, at least I don't know for me. What is that unique service? What is my eternal relationship with Krishna? Is it in those, as I was saying, in those 5 primary relationships? Because we all have an eternal relationship with Krishna, either as his friend, as his lover, as his servant, maybe as a little bumblebee, or a fruit, or a tree. So because our heart still needs purification, we're not able to see that. So then by chanting, by hearing, then our heart becomes cleaner and cleaner, and then we slowly start to see, we slowly start to feel. It's not something that you think like, oh, okay, I think I want to be Krishna's friend, or I think I want to be, I don't know, a gopi or something like it. No, it doesn't come with our mind or brain. A spiritual life, it's like a feeling, comes with our heart. So then by chanting this, we will realize what is our relationship with Krishna. So then that's how we can use this holy name as a powerful scrubber and just keep scrubbing until it's perfectly clean, so that Krishna can stay there, and then it'll be like a spiritual movie in the heart. Once you realize our relationship with Krishna, then we'll just be constantly serving Krishna in our heart and living with him and in his pastimes through the spiritual movie in our heart. But first we need to get it very clean. Okay, so this is one of my favorite pastimes. It's from Chaitanya Charitamrita. So it's about Srila Namacharya, Srila Haridas Thakur, because he's the Namacharya. So we'll see in this story how. Okay, so I'm going to just unmute and then you can read. Okay, Tamal Sham.
Yes, Mataji. Haridas Thakur was a great devotee of Lord Chaitanya. He would preach everywhere with Lord Nityanand, encouraging others to take part in the congregational chanting of the holy name of the Lord. He would not eat or sleep until he finished his daily quota of 3 lakh names of Krishna, which is around 174 rounds. Despite many people trying to stop him and even attempting to kill him, he never stopped. The holy name was the source of his every breath. Krishna was always dancing on his tongue.
Thank you. Now we can have Gunjan. Oh, wait, Gunjan, we can't hear you. No. Okay, maybe you can fix and you can read later. Vrinda Sharma.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Once a once a devotee serving Haridas Thakura came to his room to serve him prasadam. Haridas Haridasa refused to eat that day because he hadn't finished his 174 rounds. He was going to fast. Lord Chaitanya then came and told Haridasa that due to his old age, he did not be as have to be so austere and fast until he finished his rounds. Lord Chaitanya already knew. Mataji, can you slide please? Your screen is not visible.
Oh, I
Okay,
can't.
okay. Okay,
Lord
visible, visible.
Chaitanya already knew within his heart that
Okay,
Hari
Mataji, visible.
that
Within his heart that Haridasa was a pure devotee.
Okay, thank you. Haridas Thakur was preparing to leave his body and asked for the Lord's permission to allow him to leave his body in the presence of the Lord. Haridas was so dear to Lord Chaitanya that the Lord began to cry. How will I live without you, Haridas? You're everything that is meaningful to me in this world. Vaishnavi? Okay. Dula?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Next day, oh,
Okay. Vaishnavi?
Ji Mataji. Should I read?
Yes.
Okay. The next day, Lord Chaitanya fulfilled Haridas' desire and called all the devotees for a big kirtan. Haridas took the dust off the feet of all the devotees present and put it on his head. Haridas made Lord Chaitanya sit down in front of him and placed the Lord's lotus feet on his heart. He then fixed his eyes like two bumblebees on the moon-like face of Lord Chaitanya, and while chanting the holy name of Sri Krishna Chaitanya again and again, he left this world.
Um,
With streams of tears flowing down his face, Lord Chaitanya glorified Haridas Thakur. He lifted the body of Haridas and began to dance, carrying his body to the ocean. The Lord cleansed and dressed Haridas's body with fresh cloth. The devotees dug a hole, and the Lord placed Haridas's body inside, and with his own two lotus hands began to cover his body with sand.
Can you continue reading, please? Oh. Oh, okay.
He cried out that the crown jewel of the universe, Haridas Thakur, has left his body today to go to Krishna. He called out, Haridas Thakur, ki jai! Haridas Thakur was one of the dearest devotees of the Lord because his whole life was dedicated to chanting the holy name. Lord Chaitanya declared that Haridas Thakur was the Acharya of chanting the holy name, the Nama Acharya.
So this beautiful Leela from Chaitanya Charitamrita talks about the glorious life of Srila Haridas Thakur, who Haridas Thakur, Nityananda Prabhu, they would go door to door begging everyone in Navadvip to please chant the holy name. And you see that he didn't even want to give up. And because of this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you are the Namacharya. So I can tell you maybe a little story connected with Navadvip Dham and Srila Haridas Thakur. So who knows who Haridas Thakur is in another Leela? Like he's one of the demigods. Yes, Shweta, he's Brahma. So there's this one beautiful story. So here in Mayapur, Navadvip Dham, there are 9 islands, right? So in the center where Yogapit is, where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, is Antardvip. So this is the center of the 8-petaled lotus of Navadvip. So there's a very special story behind Antardvip. So Lord Brahma, when he stole the cowherd boys and calves, in the Krishna books pastime that we hear, he saw Krishna he's there eating a picnic with his friends. He's like feeding them with his own hands. He's playing. He said, how can he be the Supreme Lord? Krishna, he just looks like an ordinary boy. So he said, I'm going to test him. I'm going to really see if he's actually, like the supreme. So then Brahma stole Krishna's cowherd boys and calves for 1 year. And no one can outsmart Krishna. Just how, yeah. Sometimes I think that I can outsmart Krishna, but no, we cannot. So what did Krishna do? He expanded himself into all the cowherd boys, into all the calves. And Brahma was just thinking like, what happened? Like he was just so like bewildered and he thought, what great mistake have I done that Krishna, of course, Krishna's no ordinary boy. He's the Supreme Lord. So then Brahma went and fell at the lotus feet of Krishna and he just begged forgiveness. Like, my dear Lord, I'm so sorry. I'm so proud because of this high position. I think that, wow, I'm Brahma. And I made such a grave mistake and I offended you. I was not able to appreciate your pastimes, your sweet pastimes in Vrindavan because of my pride. So he said, I don't want to lose this opportunity in Kali Yuga when you appear as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So then what did Lord Brahma do? He came to Antardvip and he engaged himself in Gaura Bhajan. So he was just chanting the name of Gauranga and he was praying and praying. And then Mahaprabhu appeared before him. So this was before Kali Yuga. And Mahaprabhu said, "My dear Brahma, like, I'm so happy by your meditation. What boon do you want? I'll fulfill anything you want." And Lord Brahma said, in Dwapar Yuga, I was not able to appreciate your pastimes in Vrindavan because of my pride and position. So I pray that I can please accept me in your pastimes in Navadvip. And I want to be born in a very low position. I want to be from a humble, simple background. And please, I want to have this taste in the chanting of the holy name. So then Mahaprabhu said, you will be none other than Srila Haridas Thakur. You'll be the Namacharya and you will chant 3 lakhs of holy names daily. And you will be born in a very simple, humble family. He was born in Muslim family. Said you will, you could say, outcast. Because, Haridas Thakur never even went into the Jagannath Puri temple. So then he said, and you will have so much attachment to the holy name, and you will play a very important role in my pastimes. So then Brahma was so happy, and Mahaprabhu, he placed his lotus feet on Brahma's head. And then Brahma said, my dear Lord, I wish to ask, you always come in different incarnations for different reasons. So what is the purpose behind this incarnation as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? And Mahaprabhu said, I want to give the devotees from all my previous incarnations the opportunity to attain this love from the Brajavasis. So he said, but there are 3 reasons, internal reasons why I'm appearing, but please do not reveal this yet. He said, I want to experience and taste the sweetness of Srimati Radharani's love for me. That in the Bhagavad Gita, I say that I reciprocate with devotees according to how much they love me. But I've broken that promise with the gopis. I'm not able to reciprocate their love. There's nothing I can do. So the only thing I can do is give myself. So I want to taste this sweetness that even I cannot understand it. I want to feel that happiness that Srimati Radharani feels in loving me. I want to see what are the qualities that she sees in me. So these are the 3 internal reasons from my heart. So antar. Antar means internal. So these 3 reasons from my heart are why this place is called Antardvip, and this is why I'm appearing in Kali Yuga as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the mood of Srimati Radharani with her heart and with the external form of Krishna in this male form, but with the complexion of Srimati Radharani. So those are the internal reasons of Mahaprabhu's appearance. And the external reasons are to freely distribute the holy name to all of us, to give us all of us the opportunity to also love Krishna in the same way. So this, I don't know, I just thought of this Leela since we're here, since I'm here in Mayapur Dham, just to share, the glorious position of Srila Haridas Thakur. And wow, time really goes very quickly when we're together in our sanghas. So that is the amazing Leela of Srila Haridas Thakur, and we can learn from his life and just pray to him, please, just a tiny, tiny little drop, or even less than a drop of taste for the holy name. So yes, we're chanting every day. So he chanted almost 174 rounds. We're trying to chant, anyways, all numbers. It's not about, of course, Srila Haridas Thakur is, the Namacharya. We cannot imitate. We can just try to follow in his footsteps, but we can try to chant more sincerely, more And then we have 2 more days of chanting 3 rounds minimum. If you're chanting more, that's amazing. And then next week, we'll increase 1 more. So as we're chanting, we should also keep in mind the 10 offenses to the holy name, which we should really avoid. So these 10 offenses of the Maha Mantra we wrote it in a very simple, easy to understand way. So the first one is to speak lies or criticize devotees. So committing Vaishnava aparad by speaking badly about devotees, gossiping. So that is like the worst. That's the worst offense that we can do, is to commit Vaishnava aparad. And the second one is to believe that the names of the demigods are equal to the name of Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna. And because all the demigods are Krishna's servants. Lord Shiva, he glorified, he was here. Brahma, Lord Shiva, they've all been here. Parvati, Simantini Devi, Durga Ma, they're all here in Mayapur, and they're all chanting the name of Gauranga. So they're serving Krishna. So then if we want to please Lord Shiva, if we want to make them happy, then we can serve Krishna, we can glorify the Lord. And just like a tree, if we want to water the leaves of a tree, do we spray the leaves and hope that it grows? Jeshwita, is that how you water a tree?
No, we don't water the roots.
Yeah, we
So
water
that
the roots.
tree gets nurtured.
Yes. So Krishna is just like those roots. So we love him, we make him happy, we please him. And just like that, then because he's happy, then all the demigods, everybody will be happy. And the third one is to disobey the orders of our spiritual master. So maybe some of you are not initiated yet. So this would be, not following our spiritual master's instructions or Srila Prabhupada's instructions, the Acharya's words, because we should take our guru's words as our life and soul. Then the fourth is to be critical of spiritual books, not to have full faith. Yeah, you heard that. Yeah, it's a bit exaggerated. I really don't believe that. No, drinking Charnamrita is gonna free me from all sinful reactions? Yeah, right. So yeah, that would be considered an offense to not have faith in the words of Shastra. And the fifth one, to consider the glories of chanting to be imagination. Like, again, kind of something similar. Like, yeah, I mean, all these glories, they're a bit far-fetched. They're a bit, like, yeah, I mean, I don't think it can be that, glorious. So that that would be an offense. Or to make up our own meaning of the holy name. Then the seventh one is to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. So in easy words, it's I can do whatever I want, and I know that chanting, removes all my sinful reactions, so it's fine. I'll just chant around after that. Do you think that's not the proper mood? Because then we're just using Krishna as our servant. Like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go and then do whatever I want, and then Hare Krishna, and it's fine. So that's an offense to chanting. Of course, if chanting does clear all of our sinful reactions. I think today in one of the class that we heard from Srila Prabhupada, I think this is the class that he said about this point, that it's okay if we have committed, like sins, or we accidentally sometimes we hurt Vaishnavas with our words, or we might make mistakes. That's okay. And we can still, we pray for forgiveness, we ask to please be forgiven, and we chant. That's fine. But we shouldn't, use the holy name or use Krishna's mercy to do whatever we want. So that's not nice. That's like using Krishna. And the eighth one is to think that chanting is like a Vedic ritual that gives you material rewards, or something mechanical. So yeah, I'll chant so that I can, attain liberation, or I'm going to chant so that, I'm going to get good karma and then I can do, I don't know, something. Then the ninth one is to teach a person about the glories of the holy name when you know they won't believe you. So we don't want to force anyone. At the same time, we want to share Krishna with others. So like if you have your relatives or your friends in college or school or work, you can inspire them to like, oh, here you want to chant this, this Maha Mantra. But if you see that they're going to start committing offenses, they're going to start, criticizing it, then better not to. You can just tell them to chant or give, Mahaprasad, but don't try to like preach to them heavily if they will not accept it and commit offenses. Then the 10th one is to not fully believe in the holy name and keep attachments to material things, or, not pay attention while chanting. I know this one's really hard. So maybe this list seems very discouraging or scary, like, whoa, I'm never going to be able to chant without offenses. So maybe I just better don't chant at all. Like, at least that way I'm not going to commit any offenses. But nope, that's not what we should do. We should still keep chanting, and we should just try our best. And then Krishna will take care, and he will just see our effort. So we should just try. That's what Krishna's asking us to do. He's like, just try. Just try your best and I'll be there. And I will personally deliver you and protect you from all sinful reactions. He says that Sarva Dharmam Parityaja Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. So there are many, many ways for chanting. As we said, reciting shlokas, reading out loud, kirtan, japa, singing bhajans. But the two that we're just going to focus on today is that we've been talking about is singing kirtan and also japa. So of course, many times it's amazing that we love to sing kirtans. Usually, sometimes kirtans are easier because, it's like, there's like music as well. I mean, like you can get, I don't know, but for me, sometimes it's easier to get into kirtans. But then we should have that time that we set aside for chanting japa on our beads so that we can have that one-on-one connection with Krishna and really build that relationship. So let's see. Okay, we have maybe 7 minutes for this. So I know that maybe some of you, this is like you've just started your chanting. So then, or this is also really nice exercise for all of us, no matter how long we've been chanting for, that we can just deeply think about our japa. Like, okay, how many rounds would I like to start chanting? If you're not chanting a fixed number of rounds, I know now we're all chanting 3 rounds minimum, but if you want to increase, you can also put that. Or what time, when is the best time that I feel that I'll be the most focused? So I know for me personally, like Brahma Muhurta time, the morning, otherwise my mind starts already working. And then how do you want to improve your japa? And then like what difficulties do I face while chanting? For example, when I chant, I get really distracted by my phone. I'm just, being really honest here. So then, okay, what am I gonna do about that? I'm gonna turn it off, I'm gonna put it in the other room or something. And then how can I try to improve? So you can just think about this and maybe write. You don't have to share with us. You can just write it for your personal just for your personal relationship with Nam Prabhu. And then we'll have the quiz and some questions. So I'll give like 5 minutes for this. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, I hope that everybody got to finish or write something. So now just for the quiz, hope everybody can answer. What does the Maha Mantra mean? Let's see. I only see one answer. Okay, it's coming. Yes, we're calling out to the Lord and we're begging to please be engaged in service. Okay, according to Srila Prabhupada, what are we praying for when we chant the Maha Mantra? Wealth and success, liberation, engagement in Krishna's service, or mystic powers? Okay, yes, engagement in Krishna's service. What does the name Hare refer to in the Maha Mantra? Lord Shiva, Srimati Radharani, Mother Ganga, or Tulsi Devi? Yes, B. Okay. What are the 4 yugas? Okay. Yes, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga. Okay, perfect. What is the Yuga Dharma, the process of this age for Kali Yuga? Fire sacrifices, intense meditation, chanting the holy name, or temple construction? Yep, C, chanting the holy name. According to the lesson, what do anarthas do? Anarthas help us remember Krishna, they strengthen our devotion, they cover the heart and block spiritual growth, or they give spiritual happiness. Okay, yep, they cover the heart. Okay, wow, the chat is exploding. What happens when we sincerely chant the holy name? We become materially successful. We rediscover our eternal relationship with Krishna. We stop needing devotees. I'm chanting now. I don't need any devotees. Or we gain mystical powers. Oh, I'm seeing B's and C's. Okay, definitely not C. It's B. If we're not in the association of devotees, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said it's like spiritual suicide. We always need to associate with devotees. We're never better off. If I was all alone, I would be a much better devotee. Then I wouldn't have to think about anyone. I could just focus on chanting and reading. Sometimes we think like that, maybe. But no, actually, but the association of devotees is what will give, devotees are what will give us, bhakti for Krishna. Serving the devotees is what's gonna please Krishna. Okay. Why is Haridas Thakur known as Namacharya? He wrote many scriptures, he worshipped only in temples, he constantly chanted and preached the holy name, he performed great sacrifices. And yes, C, I'm seeing lots of C's is the correct answer. Okay, name 3 offenses to the holy name to the Lord that you remember. I know there are 10, but I thought, okay, I'll tell them three. Three that you can remember in your own words. It doesn't have to be exactly the same words. Criticizing scriptures, yeah, not having faith in the scriptures, blaspheming or criticizing devotees, not following the instructions of the guru, to commit offense on the strength of the holy name. Okay, cool. We got 4. Let's see if we can get all 10 from everybody in the chat. Preaching to someone that doesn't have faith, okay. Yes, thinking that the names of demigods are equal to the name of Krishna. Thinking the glories of the Mahamantra imagination, 7. Let's see. Chanting for material gains or thinking that it's one of the Vedic rituals, okay, 8. Okay. Getting distracted while chanting is 1, it's like part of 1. Okay, there's 2 more. Now I'm even forgetting because we said so many. I don't know which ones are the 2 missing ones. Yeah, oh yeah, committing sins on the strength of the holy name. Yes. Okay, great. And we said so many glories of the holy name. So can you say 3 glories of the holy name? Or let's see how many we can come up together on the chat. Oh, yes, Gunjan, you got the last one of the offenses. To not fully believe in the holy name, the glories of the holy name, and not pay attention while chanting. Good. Okay, glories of the holy name. Removes miseries. It cleans the heart. It immerses us in the Lord's pastimes. Protects us from Maya. Gives us spiritual strength. And the greatest treasure by Lord Chaitanya, Mahaprabhu. It's not different than Krishna. It pleases Krishna when we chant. Removes anarthas. It's most important item of devotional service. Wow, I'm so happy that we're getting so many different ones. The Lord's name has descended from Goloka Vrindavan. It helps us develop bhakti, the savior of Kali Yuga. Our ticket back home, Yuga Dharma, pleases Krishna, revives our eternal relationship with Krishna. Wow, this is great. Frees us from the sinful reaction and cycle of birth and death. Oh, this is amazing. Every time I think like, wow, they already said all of them, I keep reading more and more new ones. See, now you can see the limited glories. It makes us calm, it gives us spiritual strength, it awakens our love, and we can remember Krishna. Yeah, so thank you so much, everyone, for really being so focused and interactive. I really, really enjoyed seeing all of you. I really like it when the cameras are on. Like I could see Divya Shree's face, like being like, and whenever she heard something new, it's very sweet. Or I don't know your name because it's Zoom user, but also, anyways, so many of you that it's really sweet to see. And I really feel very grateful to be in your association. And please pray for me. And then I know you'll say, oh, thank you, Mataji, please pray for me. But we can pray for each other. So any questions, suggestions, corrections, I know that it's already, okay, technically we have 3 minutes, but maybe we can go past. Can we have ice cream? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna answer one question that I got personally. Okay, I'm fearful I have some suffering from my childhood. Is it okay to chant to feel peace and overcome overthinking and negativity? So yes. As sometimes, we're in our Shastras, it's described so many, like the perfect ideal examples of, pure devotees chanting the holy name, like Srila Haridas Thakur chanting completely purely. But there are also examples in Shastra, like Ajamil, who chanted the holy name not 100% purely. He was thinking about his son, but still Krishna took that as his credit. So it's very important that when we think, we should always look up to and be inspired to, the pure devotees are acharyas, but also not to feel discouraged. Like, oh my God, I'm never gonna get there. What's the point? Why am I chanting? Like I'm full of offenses, and I know I shouldn't be chanting like for any other reason other than pleasing Krishna. But it's always better that we chant, that we do our bhakti, whatever it is that is in our heart, whatever reason it is, just keep doing it. Keep chanting, keep hearing, of course. And then as we get more and more pure, Krishna will help us. Then, instead of chanting for so many reasons for ourselves, then eventually we will start chanting just to please Krishna. But it's okay in the beginning. It's completely normal in the beginning to chant for so many reasons. Yeah, when I'm like there grumpy and like, mental, my mom says, pick up your japa and start chanting. So that's, to pacify my material mind. But I know pure devotees, they chant just to please Krishna. But let's not be so hard on ourselves, and we just have to, it's a gradual process. Bhakti is gradual. It's not like, the next day to one day to the next, we just wake up and we're a pure devotee. Sometimes that does happen, but very, very rarely. So we just have to just keep going. So it's okay to chant for those reasons or here, it's fine. As long as we're not doing bad things and then think, oh, okay, I'm just gonna chant after. I'm gonna like hurt my friend, or I'm going to like, I don't know, like I'm gonna go smoke and then right after I'm just gonna chant one round and it's okay. Like, so in that sense, no. At the same time, because I know that many here are new, if you're not following the four regulative principles, that's also okay. We're starting, it's fine. Everybody's on their own journey, on their own path, and we're all trying to be sincere, and Krishna sees all of that. So that's why I'm not gonna say that, this is the standard that everybody has to follow. Of course, there's the ideal standard, but then we also have to be very honest and realistic what level we're at. It's okay. And that's even one of the 64 items that Srila Prabhupada says that we should perform our devotional service in a way that is realistic and in our ability. So it's not like, oh, now I'm Purushottam, I'm going to promise that Krishna, when I chant 64 rounds, and you know that I have school, like it's not possible to chant 64 rounds. So then don't make a promise or do something that you know you can't do. So just do something that is in your ability and capacity. Okay, let's see any other questions. Krivi?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible?
Yes.
Mataji, my question is, just a minute, just a minute. Actually, hello, Hare Krishna.
Haribo?
Mataji, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, Mataji. Mataji, as you said that to teach a person about glories of Harinam when you know that they won't believe you is an offense. And Mataji, if we want to preach somebody about the holy name and we're just telling that, oh, begin chanting the holy name and do this, do that. And if the person asks that, why, what is the reason, what will I get? So, like, how shall we reply to them? Because we cannot just reach them. Maybe they commit an offense, right?
Um, I think you have to see, like, kind of understand how receptive, like, open the person is and how deep you want to get into it. Yeah, I think it really matters, like, your audience, you could say. Like, for example, I know that, like, maybe in the Western countries, when it's very, very new, they've never heard of the Mahamantra, and maybe in the beginning, you're just a little bit more general, like, oh, chanting the holy name is our connection with God, and it brings, you know, eh, happiness and peace and like that. You could say like that if you want to be very general and direct. I mean, general and indirect, then it really depends like who it is. Um, or you could even say like when people ask me what is this tilak like in the airport, I just say, oh, this is my sign that I'm dedicating this body to God. So then people can understand, like in that sense. Then, if you see that the person is interested, you can always get deeper into it. But I don't know, there's no like right and wrong answer for this. I'm usually, I mean, I think you can see like in the sanghas, I'm pretty direct. Um, yeah, I just, I think in India also people are more, they have heard of Krishna, they've heard of Vishnu, like they more susceptible, open, I think.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
I hope that was a little helpful. Um, let's see some other. Okay. When I chant, I'm distracted. What can I do? Yep, same. Then we just bring it back. That's what our teachers always say, our gurus say, just bring back the mind. As soon as you start spacing out, in like 1 minute, you're like picking mangoes and I don't know, like, for real, that I'm just like there and chanting. Suddenly I'm hungry. Suddenly I'm picking mangoes. Then I'm making ice cream in my mind and then thinking about lunch. And then I'm like, oh, what? Where am I? I'm here. It's 4:30 a.m. So then you just, okay, I'm chanting. I'll do that later. So, um, anyways, I see people were laughing because I think you can connect to that. Suddenly you're there swimming in the Ganga. Okay. Anyways, Srila Jayapataka Goswami said that he also would keep like a little notebook. And then if something like service came up, then he would just write it so he can clear his mind, like, okay. But then yeah, make sure that you're not starting like a whole to-do checklist, in the middle of job, but you're like, okay, what should I do? So, okay, let's see. Jayananda? Okay, maybe while you're unmuting yourself. Hmm. Oh, okay. I'll answer to you that. Okay, I'm not. There's just so many questions I can't even read them. Okay. Sasmita.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavad Pranam.
Hare Krishna Dandavat.
Mataji, I'm fasting for Purushottam month. Whole over the month, I'm eating only one time and chanting 32 rounds. So please pray for me. Please pray to the Radha Mother that I can do successfully.
Oh wow, Haribo, that's amazing. I hope that you're still full of energy and enthusiasm for your service, eating once a day. But yeah, definitely you're doing the austerity. Krishna sees that you're trying to give something up for him, something dear to you. Prashada. I was thinking of doing fasting and then I thought, and then I didn't do the fasting this time. At present, mm, okay. What is the purpose of life? To love Krishna and serve Krishna. Okay, Gunjan? Yes.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Mataji, I want to ask a question. When I was in sixth or seventh grade, I used to, I was new to Krishna consciousness as my sister was doing 16 rounds and I was very attracted to Krishna at that time. So I used to apply tilak, and when I used to go to school in the prayer, they used to like from stage, I was very visible because of my tilak. So my teachers told me to remove it from forehead. It is very visible. You're looking very different from everyone. So, like, why everyone oppose Krishna? Like, and even my teacher said that you are just putting tilak for showing everyone. When I told them that no, I wake up every morning at 3 a.m., chant my rounds, and they say, no, you're lying. And when they believe me that yes, you are waking up at 3 a.m., so they said, but do you think that it is healthy for your health to wake up at 3 a.m., not getting proper sleep? So I said, no, Prabhupada said it is enough for like 6 hours of sleep is enough. And they started laughing at me. So I wanted to tell them that our guru said this, it is properly fine. So how to convince these type of people that Krishna, following Krishna is our most important thing to do?
If somebody says you're just wearing tilak to show that you're a devotee, I would say, yes, I am.
And others like they did like a lot of time, even my friends and I like from like mercy of Krishna, I tried and I reached 2 to 3 friends of mine and they started doing chanting, worshipping, everything. But then everyone in our class like they opposed everything that we did, like
I
showing
mean,
everything.
I
And
think,
it broke my heart that I'm not doing anything, like we are not doing anything what others are doing. Like,
yeah. Look, sometimes the whole world is going in one direction. It does not mean that it's going the right direction. Then you know that this is the right direction. And it's very normal that I think many, probably maybe 99% of everyone here on Zoom, maybe feels the same way as you, is experiencing the same thing as you. I'm seeing like lots are putting their thumbs up. So you just have to, I mean, what to do? Like you have those three friends that you're making them chant and everything, so you seek their association. Everybody else, I mean, I know maybe it's easy for me to say because I'm not experiencing it, but try not to pay so much attention to it. And you don't have to push them to like, okay, chant, do this, do that. Like maybe one day through your example or they see how happy you are, maybe one day they'll also want to do that. Who knows? There's this one story that happened last year in South Africa. So I went to South Africa, and then we we went to some place and then we were just me and my friend we were just singing just like that. You know, we were going to the bathroom and we were just singing like Hare Krishna, like just like that. It's not like we were having a kirtan mela or something. And somehow this this man or boy that he was like full on drugs and drunk and everything, he heard this Mahamantra somehow from outside the bathroom. He went to so we were in like a restaurant, like a devotee restaurant, but other people come as well, not only devotees. So this person, he went and said, what is that? Like, what is that thing that I heard? This like music. Who were those people? And then the restaurant like manager said, oh, they're the Hare Krishnas, and that's the Mahamantra. You should go to the ISKCON temple and check it out. He joined the temple and he gave up drugs, everything, from hearing the Maha Mantra outside the toilet. That's it's amazing. When I heard that, I was like, what? Like it wasn't, like a whole like proper, sitting down kirtan, just like he heard something and he's like, wow. So you don't know um like what the future holds. Just keep being an example and try not to get bothered, because I know everybody feels the same way. I go out, I'm like, I'm proud to wear tilak. Like if someone says you're trying to show off, I say, okay, yes, I am. Like I mean, I'm not trying to show off, but we're just, we're dedicating our body to Krishna. So then I don't care if people are looking at me, I'm like, no problem. So then, I mean, we can just try to be as tolerant as we can and not pay attention. Usually when people are teasing, making fun, criticizing, it's because most of the time they're like envious or jealous or, you know, like yeah. So, and then if there are some places that are not allowed to put on tilak, like in Middle Eastern countries, then you can always just chant the mantra and put with water. But just keep going on, Gunjan, and be strong, and then just remember the Purushottam month friends.
Yes, my sister helped me so much with chanting, and we do everything. Stand like singing choras to come and doing this every morning, things together. She's very helpful for me with my Krishna consciousness. She's very supportive. Thank you, Mataji, for such a
Thank you for joining. I see you every morning, every evening. Thank you, Gunjan. So nice.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, I went 15 minutes over time. Okay. So I'll see you. So tomorrow is the class for the kids. Of course, I don't know if you all joined also the last one, but you can join as well if you want to do some fun crafts and coloring. But if not, then I'll see you tomorrow in the morning for Japa. And Saturday, we have His Grace Mahatma Prabhu, Srila Prabhupada disciple, joining us. And on Sunday, we're going to have His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj joining us at 6 p.m. So I'll see you very soon. And Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpa tarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyaiva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnave namo namaha. Shri Shri Radha Madhava ki jai.
Jai.
Tattva ki jai. Shri Bhagavan ki jai.
Jai.
Ki jai. Jai Gaur Premanande. Hri
Hari
Hey, Bo.
Bol.
Bala chocolate.
Mataji.
Mataji.
Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mata